Hey, and welcome back to this channel. Today we are talking about all things read alouds for the month of April. What have we been reading? What do we have on the list to be reading? So if you'd like to hear more, then let's get started. Hey you, did you hit that play button for the very first time? Well, welcome to the channel. I'm Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where we talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And again, so glad to be back. Thank you so much for all the love on yesterday's video. Okay, so diving right in, there's some books here. As you can see, these are kind of my books, some of Zoe's books. I've got another stack right here. So we're going to dive right in. We have just kind of really gotten back into our reading, read aloud time, independent reading. Zoe's got a new series that she's on. I'm trying to finish up a series. And Josephine, we are just getting her used to repeating when we're reading and just recognizing sounds and sight words. So let's dive in. First and foremost, I've got to shout out my good friend Joe from the Tiny Truths Bible family. They were so gracious to send us a copy, this beautiful gift of their Tiny Truths Bible for little ones. It came out last month and it came out perfect timing. Like literally it was like the perfect birth baby gift to us because Theo was born probably within the week that I received it in the mail. And I'm just so grateful to have the third book to their beautiful collection of the Tiny Truths Bible. They have the Words of Wisdom, or Wisdom and Wonders. They have the Tiny Truths Bible, and now they have the Tiny Truths Bible for little ones. And it's a hardback, super clear and cute and simple for you to have for story time with your little ones. I'd say this one is great for ages 0 to about 4. And then, or even 5, and then you could move right into the other ones. Of course, they have coloring pages and activities, resources, but daily devotions over on the Tiny Truths website that you can download. I think they have a little shop now, so it's affordable, it's simple and easy. I always love their depictions because they're realistic and they're beautiful, but it doesn't leave out anyone to feel like it's not inclusive, but it just is, it's pretty accurate, I feel like. And so it's beautiful. And again, thank you so much and shout out to them for sending me this beautiful Bible for my little ones. So this has been great for our morning time Bible time or even for bedtime. Okay, so as this video is going up, we have just had Passover and we're getting ready for Resurrection Sunday. We're not technically doing Easter books, but we are doing some springtime books. And so I wanted to share some of those with you guys. This first one is a library pick. It's called Mouse Loves Spring. And it's this beautiful story and really good for ready to read practice of this little mouse and her mama and her learning about all the growth and things that come with spring. And so I thought this is going to be a super cute book to read with my preschooler, Miss Josephine, as this is pre-level 1. So this is a perfect ready to just show her the book. It's not like she's can read it yet, but she's looking at it. We're talking about it. And so it's super fun and sweet and it's timely for the season. The next library one I have here is this cute by Britta Tinkle Trump. It's Under the Same Sky. And it just talks about how we're all united, but it does it in an animal form. And I thought this was beautiful, just with the seasons and even the season our family's in as we grow and we're as a whole family to recognize our different emotions, and beautiful that we're all together. And I love the little cutout as well. I don't know about you, but like I am very like picky when I'm at the library. Like I take my time. I kind of judge books by a cover. Don't come for me. I'm going to come back to the library books. I'm going to jump in, just switch over real quick. Zoe has been reading up a storm. She's now into listening to audiobooks, which is really cool. I shared last week over on Instagram that we were what we're reading as far as curriculum, and then what she's reading for fun, and what we're reading for family time. I didn't do it as a post. Maybe I will if you guys want me to, but I just did it like a Instagram story. I'll save it in my homeschool reel maybe, or highlight reel. But we are doing Charlotte's Web right now for her lightning literature. We are doing a sisterhood. I'm going to mess up the whole title. I'll try to put a photo here when you see it. We're listening to that on Audible in the car. And then she just started reading, and at first I was like, I never read these books, but they've been around for a long time, and that's the series of unfortunate events. She has been tearing through these like crazy. She's on book 5 right now, and she's been enjoying it. We're still doing our book reports each book so that we're keeping a reading log of what she's reading, but we're also I'm getting to see and hear her explain and summarize the books that she's reading so that she's making sure she understands the theme, the plot, the internal details, the external details, and all the things. I'll see if I can find a link to the little downloadable free book report that I do for our 3rd grader and put that down below so you guys can check that out, because I just found one, I Googled it and then downloaded it. And I just love that. I think book reports are really good, because it's one thing for our kids to really love reading, but if they can't comprehend what they're reading or even share what they've read and understand those different things that they can look for, then we're not sure, like, did we really understand what happened in the story? Or not even that, just thinking about how when they go to write, to recognize those different areas. And that's where we are right now, especially in her 3rd grade writing curriculum, is her recognizing the different areas that are happening in books. And so she's been loving this. If your kid has read these, what are your thoughts? I know that the story is a little grim, but it's so far I think that she's handling it really well. She understands that there's a sense of death that has happened with the family, and the mystery and adventurousness of it is what captivates her right now. So that's what she's been reading. And then I'm going to go back to library books real quick, because then I'll share mine at the end. If you care, you'll hang out with me. The Cats in Pajamas. I thought this was super cute. Reminds me of the kids. They love cats. And it's Louis lived in a time long ago where cats wore clothes, worked in cities, and went on picnics. So basically, practically human. But I thought it was cute and whimsical. And I love the watercolors for the pictures. And so we're going to do this one as a read aloud. And then Zoe's been doing a research paper on Japan. And so we found this really cool, more Japanese children's favorite stories at our library. And I even think I want to have something like this in our, just as a resource of reference book. I just love the pictures and depictions and the details, but she just got this one this past weekend. And so she's kind of going through them and telling me the story and the little folklore of it, of all. And so, yeah. I'm excited for her to be reading things from different cultures and just sharing her experiences, but then also it just is an extra dynamic to her writing this research paper that she's been working on. And the last one I thought was so cute. I don't know, I just loved the cover, and that's Sonya's Chickens by Phoebe Wall. And Sunny raises her 3 chickens from the time they were tiny chicks. She feeds them, shelters them, and loves them. And I thought this was really cute for my girls as they are learning and recognizing all the things. Like Zoe was only 4 when Josephine was born, and Josephine's never had the experience of another baby being around. And so they watch me and the feeding and the changing and the sleeping and all the things. And they're like, why do we do all this? And why are you doing that? And the caretaking of another person, even though they have their cat, but they don't recognize how much goes into when you're taking care of your animals and taking care of people. And so I thought this book was really cute. I love the pictures and the illustrations of it all, and just expressing that detail. And it has a very spring-like feel to it. So I can't wait to read Sonya's Chickens with them. And then on to Mama's books. I have gotten back into my reading, my fun reading. If you're on Bookstagram or you like Bookstagram, head on over to Ashatal Reads. That's where I do like really cool, creative, whimsical photos, or like historical photos, I guess. I haven't even figured out the title to this yet of what I call them, but I really love making and curating conceptual photos. And so this is like a creative outlet for me, but it just so happens it combines with the love for books. And so I'm getting involved in reading some really good books. I love historical fiction, mystery, romance, and just fiction overall. And I have some nonfiction that I'm either reading with my Lowly Veil that I'll share on there occasionally. And I have a Goodreads account, so like I put my reviews on there. And so I'm just getting back involved in it, and it's really nice because it's not overwhelming me, and I take my time. But and I'm getting to learn about new authors, and I love that. So One of the books, I've already read one of her books prior. Emily Henry, she's a really great romance fictional author. I loved Beach Read. I read Beach Read last summer, and then I had the copy to her next book, which is People We Meet on Vacation. I finished this in like 8 hours, if as a culmination. I didn't really sit through 8 hours of reading it, but I finished it pretty quickly. It's very witty. She has a very witty way of talking and writing about, and like allowing her characters to feel very like you feel like you're in the car with them, and you can be I find myself laughing out loud when I read her books. So if you're looking for something like that, but you like a little romance, a little cute book, this is a great vacation book. Maybe if you're still thinking about going spring break, or it's something that you're going on a little getaway and you want to have a little reading material, check out People We Meet on Vacation. I have a full review on my Goodreads. But yeah, so I enjoyed this. I'm looking forward to her next book that's actually coming out, called Book Lovers. I think it comes out next month. And so I'm excited to check that out. And then for all my Bridgerton people, if you're new to Bridgerton, or you've been on Bridgerton, or you just learned about Bridgerton because of the Netflix series, I learned about them because of Netflix series, so don't feel no shame. I watched the first season, engulfed it in like one setting that Christmas season, and then I found out it was from books, and I was like, you know what? It's a series. I want to read the series, and I am obsessed with the series far more than the show. I am so obsessed that I am wrapping up right now book 7. By the time this video goes up, I'm already done with it. I'm gonna be on the next one. This is book 7. There's 8 siblings, and I love it because it's not your typical romance, even though the covers make me feel like an old lady who reads romance books in her pajamas, sitting with coffee all day, but that is kind of literally me. This is book 7. This is her the youngest daughter, the Hassaneth, and I'm enjoying it. I love that throughout the more and more I read them, I'm actually learning more of the background of the, I guess you would call the lovers, than the actual sibling. Like the sibling is kind of, you already know them. It's like they're part of this family. We know who this family is. But to really learn in the intricateness of like the people that end up being their counterparts or their spouses, I actually love the details in that. I love the darkness. I love the storyline. And I love Julia Quinn's way of doing it. And so these are the last books of the I want to say 8-book series, and then there's extensions. I don't know how I feel about the extensions. I don't know if I'm going to read them yet, but if you are looking and you're like, I really like the show and I really like these characters and I really want to know more about them, really, I highly recommend reading the books if you're willing. They're about 300 and almost 400 pages. It's not heavy. It's engulfing and it's easy read. So again, I'm finishing book 7. I'm about to read book 8. That is on, this is my TBR for next. This is my current read. And then I have, last but not least, if you made it this far, I already put a blog or an Instagram post up, but my Lowlyvale Mama group, we are reading right now Rhythms of Renewal by Rebecca Lyons. As you can see, I do not like the little sleeves. I'm sorry. I know they spent a lot of money making them, but I take them off because I just always am holding the books and moving them around and stuff. So we're currently reading this. We are going to be discussing it on April 24th via Zoom. If you'd like to join us, if you've already got a copy of the book, read it, join us, let me know you want to join us, send me an email. I will go ahead and send you a link that day. We'd love to have you come and join us for discussion on that with our book of the month. And we're excited because I think this is timely. You get through past the New Year resolutions and all the patterns and whatever patterns you didn't stick with. And then you need to just get back to like, don't stress out, stop having anxiety, find peace and purpose through rhythm and renewal. So that is literally the synopsis of the front cover for you. And if that looks like something you want to be a part of, grab the book. We'd love to have you, love to have discussion with you. So yeah, those are the books, y'all. That's what we're reading. I'm excited to get back into sharing with you guys each month what we've been reading. And I also want to dedicate some time to do book reviews live here on YouTube. I want to share with you guys what I liked, what I didn't like. If you would like that with the kids' books and not just my books, put that in there. Say yes, do a review video of the books you're reading. That way it can give you an idea whether it's something you really want to purchase, and I'll try to. If not, you got to go to my Instagram or find me on Goodreads, and then you can find my reviews on there for my personal mama reads. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll talk to you later. Bye.